Hello, Misfit Nation. Welcome to another edition of Lessons for Hannah. Many years ago, I introduced a new format alongside our regular episodes that are called Lessons for Hannah episodes. Hannah is my daughter and one of the main inspirations for the Misfit Entrepreneur and all that we do here. I wanted to have a place where she could go and learn from her dad and his Misfit friends throughout her life, long after I'm gone. And if you haven't listened to the first Lessons for Hannah episode, I would urge you to because it gives a lot of background on this show and tells the amazing story of how Hannah came to be in our lives. So it's a must listen. Lessons for Hannah are short, very useful, and sometimes even comical lessons that I want to share with you and give to Hannah to help in your lives. Because I want Hannah to have these lessons for her life, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to speak as though I am talking directly to her. These episodes are a lot of fun. And if you think there's a lesson that we should maybe include in these episodes in the future, please don't hesitate to send over your ideas to us at the Misfit Entrepreneur. It's support@misfitentrepreneur.com because we'd love to share it. As a reminder, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and below and the like button for this video. Share it with others. Comment as well. We do our best to respond to really all comments as timely as possible, even same day if we can do so. So make sure to do that. All right, so here it goes. This week's lesson for Hannah. Hannah, throughout our lives, we are going to encounter negativity, both internally within ourselves and externally from others. In fact, it seems like for many, their default position is really to be negative or see only the negative in things. And while there are absolutely things in life that are negative, things that happen, right? It's how we respond to them that allows us to fight through and truly overcome or let them consume us and cause bigger issues in our lives. You're going to encounter negativity really everywhere, but the one place that you can control is the negativity that comes from within you and how you respond to the negativity that really comes at you from external sources. For internal negativity, it really comes down to a simple fact. It's a choice. You can choose to be negative or not. You can choose to let your thoughts be negative, or you can change them to the ones that can actually help you and the ones that you want to have. You can choose to let the negativity rule the day or to fight through it. The biggest place this comes through is in your attitude, which you approach every day with, right? Your attitude is really your inner game showing in your outer game. So don't get me wrong. We all have bad days, right? We all have things where things don't go our way, but back to choice and how we deal with it is what makes all the difference on those days when they happen. You know, I've mentioned this before in episodes and maybe even in a Lessons for Hannah. And I know, Hannah, you've seen it. I have a whiteboard in my office that has a very simple question on it. It says, what type of attitude will you choose to have today? And so every day when I walk in my office, I have a choice. I have to circle a word, and I have three words: great, fair, or poor for that question. I've been doing this for almost 20 years, and not once have I ever circled fair or poor, even, when I'm having one of those days. And if I'm having one of those days and I've circled great, I'm looking right at my choice, choosing that great attitude. And it reminds me of that choice. And it helps me to really remove the negativity, find the good or the opportunity that exists, and move forward. And this little exercise has made some of the biggest difference in my success and in all areas of my life, really over the years. When it comes to external negativity, there is a difference between reacting and responding. Reacting is more automatic, right? Typically, without much or any thinking, we just react. Responding is taking time, even just a few moments, to consider the situation and then choosing, there's that word, choice again, to move forward in the best way possible. Each day you encounter negativity, right? So, from things that happen in life and from those around you, this negativity comes at you. So, learning to respond and not react will really help you to find the best way forward and the best outcome. It will also help you not to let a negative situation derail you or, even worse, consume you, because that can happen too. So, let me share a couple examples from things that I've read recently. The first one was an obituary to a mom who had passed away. It was written by her two children, and it was not positive at all. It seems that this mother had abandoned these children when they were very young and did it very selfishly. And while they were raised by their grandparents, the mother never wanted anything to do with them, never showed them any love or any interest towards them. The obituary was really just a scathing rebuke of her, ending with, "Her time for judgment has come." While I cannot possibly understand what it would have been like to be one of those children and grow up in that situation, I did take a moment to think on it, and I felt sorry for them and for the mom. First, I felt sorry for the mom because she missed the incredible opportunity to be a mom and a parent, one of the true privileges and joys in life. I felt sorrier for the children, now adults, but not for the reason that you would think. I felt sorry for them because they have carried around this incredible negative burden their whole lives, and they've let it consume them. Instead of forgiving and moving on to live their lives in the best way that they can, they've carried around this animosity, and it's affected them greatly to the core from reading what they wrote. And I wondered if they felt any better after having published their thoughts, their negativity. I wonder if that really gave them closure to move on and close this chapter, painful chapter in their lives, and not let this person who wronged them early in life continue to affect them. My guess is that based on the reading of it, it didn't, and they're going to continue to be affected by it until they choose otherwise. The second example was from a daily devotional that I read from the Kennedy Ministries, and I found it very, very powerful. And here's what it said: it said, "Have you ever wished for a magic wand that could change all the unpleasantness of life into something good? Wouldn't you love a way to instantly sweep away all the trivial things that accumulate until they drag you down, right? I believe the Lord has offered us something similar to a magic wand in this area. It can change our outlook on the circumstances surrounding us and many other things in our lives. What is it? It's gratitude. When we feel grateful, our perspective towards things change. We see our circumstances in a new, more positive light. And when we have grateful hearts, we want to express our gratitude outwardly through Thanksgiving. We just came off Thanksgiving week as I write this. This can work in reverse too. If we give thanks even when we don't feel very grateful, we often feel our attitudes change in a more grateful direction, just as if we passed a magic wand over ourselves. Thanksgiving transforms the secular or commonplace into the sacred. When we give thanks to God, suddenly we see God everywhere. We find ourselves living in an enchanted land, a land in the presence of our great creator and redeemer. With our spiritual eyes open, we can see that it is God who gives us everything, from our daily bread to the money that we need. Our faith grows stronger as we express gratitude. All things become suffused with the divine and the divine presence. And as we recognize God's blessings, right, our thankfulness gives us victory over temptation and sin. So, how can we commit, for example, adultery when we are grateful for our spouses? How can we steal when we are grateful for and content with the things that we have? How can we envy others' talents and abilities when we feel thankful for the way that God has made us? How can we grumble or complain when we're thankful for the blessings that we have from God and the blessings in our lives, right? We should thank God, and we should also show gratitude for the ways that others have blessed our lives. Everyone, I mean, everyone needs the kind of lift that gratitude brings. So, what are you grateful for today? Thank God for all the blessings He has given you, and see how it changes your perspective on life. And don't forget to express thanks to someone who has enhanced your life in some way, shape, or form. I hope that in your Thanksgiving, you'll experience joy as well. See, whether you are religious or not, there's a lot of wisdom in that short message that I just read. A and you notice too, it comes down to choice and choosing to be grateful and removing negativity from our lives. Because when we do, it opens us up for the many great things that can happen for us. And I mean, truly, truly great things. Hannah, one of the best things that you can learn to do for life is to learn to overcome negativity through choice, your daily attitude and how you approach things, and through gratitude. With those things, you'll be able to work through just about anything that can come your way, and you can come out better for it. I hope, Hannah, that you can put this to use as you grow and in your life. I love you, Dad.